The home is not only our private home, our private house. So many in this country, and not only here, relate to the country also as their home. And this country has been under attack on this home for quite a while. Very diverse society has been immensely attacked during the last years. And it's now my honor to welcome Mr. Stephan Anpalagan, an important voice, I think, in nowadays Germany and the current discussion about home, homeland, Heimat, and who belongs and who doesn't. Our relation goes back to the Grimme Award that the Leo Baeck Institute received last year for our program, The Library of Lost Books. Mr. Anpalagan is head of the jury of the Grimme Online Award, and I'm very honored that you are with us today. And he will speak on securing the democracy at home. Please.
Hello everyone, I'm Stephan Anpalagan and I am German. I thought that I may state the obvious facts first. And I know that the English-speaking audience has a tendency to cut off the last letters when it comes to German words or German names. Thank you so much. And I used to work for a company that builds very unnecessarily powerful sports cars. That company is called Porsche. And whenever I had to deal with international business partners, they were confused by the fact that I called this company that I worked for as a German citizen in Germany wrong, because they thought the name of their company would be Porsche. And that's okay, because it sounds a bit like posh, which is like very nice, luxurious, it's very touchy, and it's the pinnacle of like made in German quality. So posh, Porsche, that's okay. And whenever I stepped into some of these meetings, they started correcting me on the company that I worked for, which was interesting. And my name is actually Stephan, so whenever I go somewhere, they will correct me and say, but this is Stephan. I say, do I look like a Stephan? Helmut. No, I don't. Please trust me when I say that I'm Stephan. The company that I work for is Porsche, and I'm a German. And when I went on an interview with an international broadcasting station, I said that I'm Stephan, and I'm a German, and they thought the line was not very clear. I said that I'm a germ, which is some sort of a bacteria that will cause illness and make people very sick when you are in contact with them, and said, no, that's not what Germans do anymore, at least. You can get in contact with German people and you will get away safe and sound now, I guess. So I told my mother that I'm flying to Israel and Jerusalem, and I'm speaking about what it is like to be a German and having Germany as my home country in front of the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Germany and one of the former cabinet members and members of parliaments and a lot of people. And my mother reacted like in that exact supportive way that most of the Arab and Jewish communities know. She said, don't do it. You will speak nonsense. Stop that. Stay here. What do you know about the German-Israeli relations? What do you know about home? And I said, yeah, that's quite a good question that I don't know how to answer. And I thought back to the days when I went to university and I studied Protestant theology. I'm a certified theologian, and I chose not to become a pastor or minister and go to a business route and have a business career. And I learned Hebrew. I forgot most of it, but some words and some verses I know, and one of it is the first verse of the Bible, the first verse of the Bible in the first book, the first chapter. It's called Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz, which means thank you so much. I'm proud of myself. I made my family, my mother, very proud, I guess, with remembering one sentence of the entire Bible. But it says that God created, in the beginning, God created heaven and earth. So he created. He's a creator. He's sort of a craftsman, referring to you guys. In the beginning, everything was created by God. But the creation, as we know, is not flawless. It's not perfect. He created everything in this universe, in this earth, and he created it in a way that it is slightly out of balance, out of shape. It's not perfect. It's quite a bit weird. There is evil in this world. There's good in this world, but there's like everything around it, and everything was created by God. And I think to have it in this way, to have love and beauty and passion, you have hate, and you have to have like the ugliness and the war-torn situations that we can see everywhere. And everything was created by God, so that everything is sort of in place. And I grew up in the 1990s. I was born in 1984, and I will come back to that later. And I grew up in 1990s, and we worshipped and adored like premium celebrity models, like Cindy Crawford, for example. And Cindy Crawford, I remember very much. She had sort of a beauty spot in her face. You know, you have her face in front of you, yeah, sure. So it's called a beauty spot because it's sort of a perfect face, but it has this one spot. And this one spot will make her so extraordinary. You have to have some imperfection. If you have an iPhone, for example, to take a picture, everything's too perfect. You will identify an artificial intelligence picture by the fact that it is too perfect. So you have to put in some grain, some imperfections, so that you understand this is like the real thing. This small details that are out of place, the imperfections, the imbalance that makes everything so great and unique. This is what it's like to be a German, I guess. I thought really hard about what to tell you when I come here and speak to you guys, and I think we are 50 to 60 people in this audience, and two of the craftsmen who worked in this program are here in our midst and present. Thank you so much. And one or two also, I guess. And this checks out with every single project I worked so far. There's two people doing the work and like a room full of other people speaking about it, discussing it, worshipping it, doing all the marketing and the other stuff. Checks out with the demographics in Germany as well. It's like two young people in a room full of like people who are sort of staying young forever, I guess. And the one thing that I love so much in this entire conference so far is that the president of the Federal Republic of Germany is constantly referred to as the husband of Elke Büdenbender, which is also a nice touch, bringing feminism forward. So, yeah, regardless of all that nonsense that I brought shame over to my mother, I think that one of the things that you said is so important. That you said, as an Arab in Israel, you are sort of a forefront in your community. You are not only building physical bridges, but you're building bridges into your community, making sure that this very diverse society in Israel is not tipped off by people who have no positive vision for this country. So you are in the forefront of making sure that bridges are being built, things are being created, and that there is a positive vision with young people participating in making this world a better place. And I think this is amazing. Maybe we can have a applause. I was born in 1984 in Sri Lanka. My name is Stephan Anpalagan, and it's kind of funny that I am here talking to you about Germany and being a German, because I was born to a Hindu family that was at war with the Buddhist majority society in Sri Lanka. They had to flee and escape this war-torn society, and there were like 190 countries they had to choose to go to, and they chose Germany, the one place on earth with maybe not the best food in the world and not the greatest climate. Yes, I do know. Yeah, Eisbein und Sauerkraut. Ich habe so viel davon gegessen. The thing is that they could have chosen to go anywhere in this entire world. They were fluent in English, and they chose to land on the spot with the complicated, very hard to learn language. And they went through so much hardship and through so much, I have to say that, discrimination and extremism. In the 1990s, they had to choose between staying in Germany and possibly being attacked by a neo-Nazi danger that was imminent when this home was set on fire from a Turkish family in Solingen. Their home was 13 kilometers afar from where this thing happened. I do remember that we slept with buckets of water in a home for months. And they had to choose between staying in Germany and their new home that was sort of becoming a dangerous place for them, or going back to a country with a raging war happening. They stayed, and I'm very thankful for that, because they somehow managed to love to learn and to learn to love this country. And they became Germans at a certain point in time as well. So am I. So I'm a German, coming from a Hindu family, converting to the Christian religion, standing here in Israel, speaking to you. And I think that there is no better picture for bridges being built, for becoming anything you want at any given time, as long as you have a positive vision for your life and for the community that you stand for, as long as you take on the work that is ahead of you, because this is an important factor that many, many people seem to forget. It is actual work. It's not always fun. You have to stand up not only for yourself, but against the people that probably, maybe pose a threat to your neighbors. And you have to stand up for the things that now seem to be constantly under attack, like the democratic principles, the freedom, the people in your country that you hopefully love and hold up so dear. That's it. That's everything I have to say. I'm so thankful for your invitation. I hope that you take something with you when you leave this venue and go back to your lives. I thank so much for everything that is basically being built in Germany, and I have to say this to your direction. I live in the western part of Germany, and whenever I try to move and drive to the southern part of Germany, I always forget to change my GPS, which is always set on the route of the A45 in Germany. So I have to go through a city called Lüdenscheid, and there is a bridge which is somehow off and being built for the last, 5 years. And I do not understand how especially Germany does not manage to build this damn bridge and how I am not able to reroute my GPS. So building bridges is probably and possibly not always an easy task, but we can do that, and I hope that we manage to build the bridges in our communities and the bridges in a physical way in our infrastructure and bring our countries forward. Thank you so much. Have a great day.